Are they trying to tell us that there are people living among us who have edited human DNA? Are there mutants around us? So if there are no mutants around us, if they are not expecting mutants around us, why are they passing this particular law? This year, it has gone beyond that. There is need for us to actually become worried. Hello, welcome to Eagle Eye Opener and Brother Hosanna TV. In my previous video, I talked about the protection of human DNA, that we need to do the very best we can to protect our DNA because we are born human and we must make sure that we die human. And I promised to do a video and actually bring out something that gives us the concern for us to be worried. Why should we be worried about human DNA? Because it is actually what gives us the right as believers, as Christians, and as humans to occupy this planet and to take charge of this planet. So if our DNA becomes corrupt, it means we have been disqualified. Even demons could see us and not be afraid of us anymore. We are created in the image and in the likeness of God, and we must do everything to make sure that we protect our DNA. Now, I want to tell us something that happened in Chile. A law was passed in Chile, and this law protects the rights of mutants and genetically modified humans. As we battle with the pandemic and the collapsing economy of many countries, Chile passed a bill that, I quote, prohibits labor discrimination against mutation or alterations of genetic material or genetic testing. We know that the whole humans on earth biologically are Homo sapiens. We have just one human race. Although scientists are propagating some lies that there were many races of humans, but as evolution kept progressing, they were reduced to one. That is a lie, which everyone knows that it is a pure lie. God never created many different kinds of human beings. We are different in colors of our skin, and we have some physical features that differ, but the truth is that there is only one species of human being, and that is the Homo sapiens. Last year, Chile became the first nation in the world that have a constitution in force that explicitly address the challenges of emerging neurotechnology. So as at last year, what Chile did was that they saw the danger of neuroscience and decided to pass a bill so that humans can be protected. But this year, it has gone beyond that. There is need for us to actually become worried, because this is something that happened in China. In 2019, Jiaku was convicted and sentenced to 3 years imprisonment. In 2019, a scientist in China who said he had created the world's first gene-edited babies was convicted and sentenced to 3 years imprisonment. The court in Shenzhen said the man had acted in the pursuit of personal fame and gain and had seriously disrupted medical order. They've crossed the bottom line of ethics in scientific research and medical ethics. That was what the court said. Shouldn't we feel concerned? Now, let me tell you something that happened about February this year. The Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare passed a bill that prohibits labor discrimination against mutation and alterations of genetic material or genetic testing. I want to read. This thing is translated with Google from Spanish into English, so it may not be exact correct, but this is Google Translation. We can trust it to a very high degree. Article 1 of the bill says, no employer may condition the hiring of workers, their permanence, or the renewal of their contract, or the promotion or mobility in their employment to the absence of mutation or alterations in their genome that caused predisposition or a high risk of pathology that may manifest itself during the course of the employment relationship, nor require for such purposes any certificate or examination that allows verifying that the worker does not have mutation or alterations of genetic material in his human genome that may lead to the development or manifestation in any disease or physical or mental abnormality in the future. Now the question I want us to consider is this: how many people who are mutants or genetically modified are living right now? Is there something these people are not actually telling us? Are there people whose genome have been manipulated, or are there mutants around us? I know very well that there are people who are not totally human beings. There are aliens among us. I'm not talking about UFOs, unidentified flying objects, but I'm talking about people who are partly humans and are partly demons. There are millions of them living right here on earth who are causing trouble everywhere and trying to pollute humanity, as it happened in the days of Noah. If you've not watched the previous video, you can check the link, is at the top here. You can watch the video I posted before now, where I talked about the protection of human DNA. Are they trying to tell us that there are people living among us who have edited human DNA? Are there mutants around us? So if there are no mutants around us, if they are not expecting mutants around us, why are they passing this particular law? Now we have to be wise as children of God. The devil tries to attack the code of God in us. For centuries now, this has been happening. In the days of Noah, these are other days of Noah. I tell you the truth, there are many ways that the human DNA can be manipulated or edited. In fact, there is a video that I'm going to post and talk about in the next video I'm going to upload. It talks about Yuval Noah Harari, who is a great fan of the World Economic Forum, saying that probably this is the last set of Homo sapiens that is existing on earth. Now, these people are not crazy. They know exactly what they're doing. Chile passed this law, and last year it was neuro rights law, neurotechnology. This time around, they have come out straight that if anybody among you, a worker, and the person has mutations in his genome or is genetically modified, you don't need to sack them. You don't need to do anything. Now, the second article of this explains better. So let's look at it. The worker may express his free and informed consent to undergo a genetic test in accordance with the provision of Article 14 of Law number 20584, as long as it is aimed at ensuring that he meets the physical or mental conditions necessary and suitable to carry out job or task classified as dangerous, with the sole purpose of protecting their life or physical or mental integrity, as well as the life or physical or mental health of other workers. If these exams are required by the employer, the latter must assume their cost. Likewise, if there is a current employment relationship, the time used to carry out said exams will be understood as worked for as legal purposes. So we could have mutants around us who could even intermarry with people whose genes are not edited, and then they could even work among us and their rights are protected. Something is evolving in the world. I'm not saying that they don't have rights to live. They have the right to live. They have the right to be protected. They have the right to be protected in their workplaces. They have the right to be protected in the society. But what I'm saying is that there is a big question here. What is actually happening in our world today? Is the human race facing threats? Yes. What is happening? It was Chile last year, this same year, Chile. It could be another country. There's nothing wrong about passing laws to regulate neurotechnology. That's fine. Because we need to be protected. What about the law that protects mutants and genetically modified humans? Shouldn't we feel concerned? We should feel concerned, I think. A time is coming. It has started pushing gradually. We are going to have mutant children among us. We are going to have mutant husbands. We are going to have mutant wives. We are going to have mutants, and then it will degenerate. I'm going to also talk about merging humans with machine, which is a trend that is actually growing. Neuralinks and Elon Musk is pushing that humans, for them to be relevant in this 21st century, must be ready to merge with machines. Where are we going to? I tell you the truth, Jesus Christ is coming very, very soon. When you see all these signs, don't relax, but work on your salvation with fear and trembling. And be sober, be watchful, be vigilant, because the devil, the enemy, who has boasted in heaven before God, is working day and night, moving about, prowling about like a roaring lion, seeking for someone like you and I to devour. We have to be watchful. Please be careful of the kind of politician you vote into power. We have to be very, very careful this time around. There is a message the Lord gave me, and I posted a video on eagleeyeopener. It's about satanic plans to take over the world, and they want to conquer America first. And as you can see, America is under a very heavy satanic attack. These things are well planned. They want to collapse the economies of the world and bring in universal basic income, where you will own nothing and be happy. Yes, let's be watchful. If you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe to this channel, Eagle Eye Opener. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section, and I will see you next time in the next video. If you have not given your life to Christ and you want to give your life to Christ, feel very free to contact me. You can also subscribe to our ministry channel, The Narrowest Christ for All Nations. The link is at the end of this video. Please subscribe to this channel and follow the teachings and listen to the sermons, the truth. I preach nothing but the truth. Follow the way that leads to life, and you will never regret it. Don't forget to share this video.